In the wistful embrace of a golden-hued autumn, Samuel Bellamy stood at a crossroads, pondering the path that lay ahead. With a heavy heart, he made the weighty decision to depart from the familiar grassy shores and flickering taverns of the Cape townsfolk, bidding farewell to the spirited bustle of daily life. Among those left behind, Mary Hallett, a cherished lover, held a special place in his heart, her image etched in his mind as a beacon of hope for his return. Despite the skepticism that often shrouds tales of old romances, Bellamy remained steadfast in his commitment, setting sail with a crew destined for the treacherous waters off the coast of Florida. It was amidst the warm embrace of these waters that fate intertwined with misfortune, setting the stage for a dramatic turn of events. The relentless demands of Spain upon her colonies had transformed the seas into a perilous domain where the lines between heroism and villainy blurred with each passing wave. Laden with the weight of a global empire's riches, the Spanish treasure fleet embarked on its journey from Havana, its hulls groaning under the weight of New World gold, silver, and gemstones. Yet, as destiny would have it, the tempestuous fury of nature intervened, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the expedition. With the ominous silhouette of a hurricane looming on the horizon, the fate of the fleet hung in the balance. As the storm unleashed its wrath upon the galleons, the cries of sailors were drowned out by the deafening roar of wind and waves. Hulls were torn asunder, and brave men were cast into the abyss, their valiant efforts no match for the merciless forces of nature. Along the desolate shores of the Floridian coast, the shattered remnants of the Spanish ships bore witness to the tragic loss of over 1,000 souls and one of the greatest treasures ever amassed. Yet, even amidst the wreckage, whispers of opportunity lingered as salvaged crews and indigenous slaves sought to glean what remained of the lost fortune. It was amidst this backdrop of chaos and uncertainty that Samuel Bellamy, accompanied by his loyal comrade Palsgrave Williams, emerged as a figure of intrigue. For Williams, the decision to forsake his settled life as a New England silversmith was a testament to the allure of adventure, his heart stirred by the promise of untold riches and boundless freedom. However, the spoils of their endeavors proved elusive, as the crew's efforts to salvage the coastline yielded meager rewards. Meanwhile, on the horizon, a new era of piracy beckoned, fueled by the tumultuous aftermath of the Spanish succession. In the wake of the wars, a flood of jobless sailors roamed the seas, their desperation driving them to embrace the life of a pirate in search of fortune and glory. Amidst the azure waters of Central America, Samuel Bellamy and his band of intrepid pirates embarked on a daring campaign of plunder and piracy, preying upon unsuspecting merchants and seizing their valuable cargo. Their exploits began with the seizure of an English vessel, but their triumph was short-lived as they found themselves pursued by 4 sloops. Fleeing towards Cuba with their ill-gotten gains, Bellamy and his crew soon realized that the advancing fleet was comprised of fellow scoundrels, led by the notorious Henry Jennings. Recognizing an opportunity for mutual gain, Bellamy approached Jennings, and the 2 pirates formed a strategic alliance to capture a nearby French ship, the St. Murray. In a bold and daring assault, Bellamy led his crew into battle, opening fire upon the unsuspecting crew of the St. Murray. With threats of massacre echoing across the waves, the crew of the French vessel surrendered, allowing Jennings' men to secure the prize. However, Jennings, hungry for more plunder, resorted to ruthless tactics, torturing French prisoners to reveal the location of another vessel, the Marianne. As Jennings pursued his quarry, Bellamy and his lieutenant, Williams, seized the opportunity to betray their erstwhile ally. Overtaking the St. Murray, they held Jennings' men at gunpoint and claimed the treasure for themselves, a haul worth 100 times the annual salary of a merchant captain. Betrayed and defeated, Jennings set sail for safer shores, leaving behind the bustling port of Nassau, a veritable pirate paradise where stolen goods flowed freely and lawlessness reigned supreme. It was here that Benjamin Hornigold, another notorious pirate, crossed paths with Bellamy and Williams off the coast of Cuba. Impressed by Bellamy's daring exploits, Hornigold merged their crews, appointing Bellamy as captain of the Marianne. Joined by the ruthless French pirates Olivier Levasseur and Labus the Buzzard, the 3 vessels embarked on a relentless quest for treasure, plundering the seas with impunity. As tensions simmered and alliances shifted, the crew faced a pivotal decision. In a democratic vote, they elected Bellamy as their new captain, casting aside the old order in favor of a bold new vision. With their sights set on untold riches and boundless adventure, they continued to chart their course through the perilous waters of the Caribbean, their legacy forever etched in the annals of maritime history. Amidst the untamed beauty of the Virgin Islands, Bellamy and Williams continued to bolster their ranks, rescuing castaway French pirates and adding them to their crew. As they sailed onward, their numbers swelled, with sailors from victim vessels volunteering to join their cause. Yet, not all who joined Bellamy's crew did so willingly. Some, skilled in carpentry or surgery, were coerced under the threat of death, forced to ply their trade aboard the pirate vessels. Despite the risks, victims of piracy almost always surrendered without resistance, their supplies and valuables seized by Bellamy and his crew. As they set sail once more, Bellamy desired a vessel capable of battle, a wooden galley named for the Kingdom of Widow, where millions had been abducted from the African coast and sold into slavery. Laden with sugar, indigo, silver, and gold, the Widow set course for London, its holds brimming with the spoils of piracy, its crew ready for whatever dangers lay ahead. Top of form as the captain scanned the distant horizon, he noticed two ominous shapes emerging from the mist. Day and night, these vessels trailed behind, seemingly in pursuit for hundreds of miles. The crews of Bellamy and Williams, recognizing the threat, swiftly hoisted their black flags emblazoned with death's head and bones, a chilling symbol of their nefarious intent. Desperately, the targeted ship fired a few futile shots from her stern before succumbing to the overpowering presence of the raucous pirates. With overwhelming force, Bellamy and his crew overran the deck, seizing control in a flurry of chaos and violence. Upon reaching a nearby island, Bellamy exercised his authority, compelling some of the captured crew to join his fleet. In a gesture of calculated generosity, he granted the captain his former vessel, while enhancing the firepower of his own flagship, the Widow, by adding 10 guns. Bellamy's crew, now enriched by their ill-gotten gains, boasted a diverse composition, including Dutch and Irishmen, Scotsmen and Swedes, as well as free black slaves, indigenous Americans, and even a young boy of 9 or 10 who had eagerly begged to join their ranks. Their newfound wealth afforded them the luxury of extravagance as they adorned themselves in lavish attire, leaving a trail of fear and intimidation in their wake. Despite the presence of a British colonial governor in the Virgin Islands, reports of the pirate ship commanded by Bellamy and Williams deterred any attempt at intervention. The governor dared not venture forth, fearing the wrath of the marauding pirates who continued to prowl the surrounding waters with impunity. As Bellamy and Williams navigated northward along the coast of British America, their campaign of piracy escalated, culminating in a plundering of numerous vessels, including one belonging to Captain Beer. In a display of supposed moral rectitude, Bellamy honored his crew's decision to burn Beer's sloop, yet expressed remorse for the inconvenience caused. He justified their actions by condemning the injustices perpetrated by the wealthy elite, contrasting their own acts of plunder with the exploitation of the poor under the guise of law. Following the incident with Captain Beer, Bellamy and Williams chartered a course for the desolate coast of eastern Massachusetts, known colloquially as Maine, intending to rendezvous on the desolate shores. However, tragedy struck as rolling fog obscured the coast, leading to a calamitous maritime disaster. Amidst the tempestuous night, the Widow galley, along with over 100 men, met a watery grave as the ship foundered upon the treacherous rocks. Miraculously, some sailors managed to make it to shore, while others on Bellamy's captured vessels suffered a similar fate as they too ran aground in the tumultuous seas. Following the tragic wreck of the Widow galley, 7 of her crew found themselves apprehended by the authorities, their futures hanging in the balance as they awaited judgment. In addition to the survivors of the Widow, Williams and his remaining crew lingered along the Maine coast, anxiously awaiting news of Bellamy's fate, their hearts heavy with uncertainty and dread. It would be weeks before they learned of the grim outcome, each passing day weighed down by the specter of impending doom. Of the survivors, 2 carpenters were fortunate enough to be acquitted, their innocence recognized by the courts as they shared their harrowing tale of coercion and manipulation. However, the fate of the indigenous Central American pilot of the Widow remained uncertain, his destiny entwined with the whims of fate and the machinations of those in power, his future cast into the shadow of uncertainty. The remaining 6 prisoners languished in their cells, resigned to their grim destiny as they grappled with the stark reality of their impending demise. Rumors circulated within the confines of their prison walls, whispers of impending retribution from notorious pirates, including the feared Captain Blackbeard, adding a layer of tension to their already fraught existence. Despite these whispers, the inmates harbored no illusions of rescue, facing their imminent demise with stoic acceptance and a sense of resigned inevitability. Their final days were marked by visits from Cotton Mather, the Puritan minister infamous for his role in the Salem witch trials. He urged them to seek divine forgiveness, serving as a somber presence as the 6 compatriots of Sam Bellamy are led to the gallows, each step towards their final reckoning steeped in solemnity and somber reflection. Mather reflected on the futility of their actions, lamenting the madness that had led to their downfall and the tragic loss of life that had ensued. Meanwhile, Williams returned to Nassau, where he resumed his piratic exploits alongside lobbyists, their adventures continuing amidst the backdrop of uncertainty and peril that defined life on the high seas. The tale of Mary Hallett, Bellamy's lover, took on a sinister hue among the people of the Cape, her story woven into the fabric of local legend and folklore, her tragic fate serving as a cautionary tale of love, loss, and betrayal. Somewhere beneath the murky depths lay the final resting place of a pirate lord and his ill-fated vessel, the remnants of their doomed voyage forever entombed within the embrace of the unforgiving sea. For centuries, the wreck of the widow remained shrouded in mystery, her secrets guarded by the passage of time and the relentless march of history. Then, in 1984, she was rediscovered, her sunken eye yielding relics of a bygone era, each artifact a poignant reminder of the lives lost and the legacy left behind by the pirate lord Sam Bellamy and his ill-fated crew. Bottom of form.